All right, you ready? In roller skating, no, not that one.
Watching Roller Skate Stories.
Okay, here's one. You're never going to get this. This is actually kind of cool. We should go there. All right, are you ready?
No, this before is better than the joke. You know?
All right. You got to pay attention. The National Museum of Roller Skating is located where?
In Chicago.
You would think so, wouldn't you? It is not Chicago.
Don't say Wisconsin.
And you will never guess where it is. You will just
Atlanta?
never guess. Nope.
Don't say Oregon.
Nope. I would have never guessed. And I don't know what the connection is, but it is Lincoln, Nebraska. The Museum of Roller Skating. So I think we should go there at some point. Lincoln, Nebraska. It's visited by travelers from all over the world.
Can you name a rink?
In Lincoln, Nebraska?
Please.
I don't know. There must be. That'd be another good trivia question.
I think that really upset me.
Well, now that Marcus is good and upset, we're going to go ahead and go into part 2 of Rich Zuccarello. Zuccarello. Here's Rich.
I'm not upset anymore. When it comes to your experience and you having sponsorship and being in the Olympics, what is your current setup like? Do you have advice for like bearings and things like that? Like what do you skate with now?
So right now, I basically built a setup for the way I skate. And actually Kendra, you guys did her roller skate story, I think it was the last one. She works at the roller skate shop and she actually sized me. So I got the I got the Arius plate, which is the Powerdyne Arius plate, and it has trucks. It actually has bushings that are not screwed in. They're just kind of floating, kind of like fitted to the plate, and there's a pin that holds it, so there's no pressure on the bushing, and it allows the skate to turn very fluidly and dynamically, so it does these big sweeping turns. So I saw a guy kind of giving a review on it, and I thought, that's the plate and truck I need for how I skate, because I skate very fast, and I do big sweeping movements across the floor, and then I'm throwing in tricking and all kinds of stuff on top of that, so the skate has to be performing it has to be performing well. So I thought that was the plate and truck for me. I was right. And then I kind of went from a big speed wheel, which is like a 60 or a 62 with fat tires, real big rubber, and that is traditionally used for speed only. But then I realized after watching the sliders, they have the small wheels, and I saw the technical aspect. I went from a 62 to a 60, and now I'm at a 58 wheel, and I purposely found a wheel that has very, very thin tires. So the wheel is providing a combination of speed, because it is a speed wheel, but tricking because it's very thin and low. So I'm getting the edging and all the things that I need out of the wheel.
You've got this down to a science.
Bushings, I think the bushings, this is kind of sound crazy, but the bushings and the laces are the most inexpensive but the most important part of the skate.
The laces? Why the laces?
This is just me, but you know how the laces have the waxy?
Yeah.
So when the laces are new, the boot just fits on your foot so perfectly, but when the waxy is gone, you have to kind of tug on the lace, and there's this kind of like feeling of like your foot's being clamped, so I keep having to readjust and relace and do all this stuff. So newer laces more frequently makes me able to keep my boot how I want it, and just makes my foot feel comfortable with no pressure. And then the bushings have to be perfect for how you want to turn and for your weight. So getting the bushing urethanes right is, I think, important.
So
that's my long answer to your question. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit technical on this stuff.
Thank you.
So I used to think I knew about roller skating, but not anymore.
That's why I ask questions like these, just to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then bearings, did you touch on bearings or you said bushing?
For me, I go middle of the road because my problem, as Roger was saying, is not generating speed. I actually need to do the opposite. I need to slow down so that I can learn more rhythm and more just like artistic stuff. So I go with a middle of the road bearing on purpose. That's not a cheap bearing.
Right.
So I don't go for the super fast bone Swiss.
Right.
I don't need that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
One other question. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket out there?
Yes.
Oh,
So
have you?
at Great Skate, it was a night when there was
That
a
was
lot
supposed
of...
to be a joke.
They have striped shirts.
So she was actually just here, the manager of Great Skate. She was
Yeah?
out front.
No
and I was
kidding.
talking to her.
Busted.
It was one night when there just happened to be a lot of little kids on a Friday night, and they don't always enforce the speed rule,
Right.
but I think they use their discretion to keep kids safe, and I think
Sure.
it's wise that they do that. And she just said to me, she goes, "You're a great skater." She goes, "But you're going too fast for this session." And I looked around, I said, "You know what, you're right. I totally understand." So I just slowed it down that night, and since then they've never said another word, because the teenagers at Great Skate all go very fast.
yeah,
As you know, Great Skate has the best, fastest teenage skaters in the valley.
So you mentioned sliders earlier. Have you ever tried sliders?
No, but I've been told that I should try them. But I typically don't like slippery floors. I like grab. I like a little bit of bite. It's probably because of speed skating.
Right.
So whenever the floor is slippery, I don't feel stable on my jumps and takeoffs, and I don't feel stable on my overall skating. So my hat is off to these slider guys. It's really unbelievable what they do on those slippery sliding wheels. It's just,
I want to try it.
yeah.
I want to try it.
You gonna try it?
I think I'm going to.
All right. I think I'll just stick with my little cheapo Sure Grips.
I need to visit Kendra.
Yes, you need to go
Kendra,
visit
yes.
Kendra, definitely.
Where does she work?
Pro Edge.
Okay.
Pro Edge, great skate shop. It's up there on Cave Creek in the 101.
There we go.
And you were saying earlier that she kind of inspired your style. Is that what you were saying?
So my inspiration has been two things. It's been my music that I listen to in my headphones and what I see. So what I hear and what I see. And what first stood out to me, there's a couple of artistic skaters that do more of the creative stuff. But Kendra, the first time she went by me, I'm like, whoa, why is she going perpendicular to the flow of traffic? And then I watched her and I'm like, okay, this is not unsafe. She actually knows what she's doing. And the way she was using the floor told me, hey, it's okay to use the floor how you want. So instead of just going straight, I can go kind of side to side, maybe cut across. But what she really does is she does a lot of turns, very precision dance turns that I can't do because I'm on speed skates and it's hard to turn like that. But when she does all the turns, she's kind of looking around 360 degrees, so she always knows what's going on. So I learned from that if I wanted to skate how she skates as far as how to use the floor that way, I need to incorporate a lot of turns very frequently so that I can always have a visual understanding of where I'm at. So I don't run into people. So I started doing that, I started doing more turns, and actually the guy that I'm modeling my jumps against, David Broom, he actually does a lot of turns and a lot of just like creative skating, and then those are all setups for his jumps, but it doesn't look like a setup, it looks like a move that is a setup, and then he does a jump. So it's a little bit, it's cool actually.
Deceptive.
So Kendra and many others, a lot of the sliders, but pretty much everyone, both of you guys for sure, You too.
Definitely him.
Definitely you, yeah.
Roger always liked
Always
it when he
Roger, yeah.
No. I've
He
skated.
flies past me every time. He says, I skate fast.
No, I can't keep up with you and Mariah. You're the two speed skaters I can't even keep
As
up
the
with.
choo-choo train rolls around.
Yeah,
that's
man,
right.
Who's in the middle?
Yes.
Got to keep it on the tracks. All right. Well, you have any more questions?
I think I did, and then it just left as you were
Slipped
about to
your mind.
wrap it up.
All right. Should we give you time to think about it?
Well, no, we'll go over that. I think when we figure out the trampoline situation.
Okay.
Right now, I think I'm
Definitely.
good.
Sounds
The
good.
In-depth parachute pants, checkered shoes,
Yes.
mismatched colors. Just have options.
Yes.
I like it.
All right, can't wait to hit the trampolines with you.
We will see you out on the floor.
All right, sounds
skate.
good.
Thank you. Great interview.
Thanks, guys.
I got a trivia.
You got a trivia? Okay. Let's hear it.
What do you call
I don't know so far.
4 or more connected skaters?
4 or more connected skaters? A train? A skate train? A skate bus? Double Dutch bus? A limousine?
A warning coming soon.
A warning coming soon.
Yeah, you're only supposed to be allowed linked to 2 people. Anything more than that is dangerous.
I get it.
Do not upset your local skate guards.
No, you don't want to do that. Like Rich when he was jumping all those, whatever those
that would
things
have
are.
been.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed that. That's like
Yeah. You weren't there. I don't know where you were.
Those are the shots I live for. Those are the shots.
And I think you
live
could have cleared another couple of those, but
for. There you go.
yeah,
And Roger will be the reason your insurance rate increases.
probably so. So with that, let's move on. So thanks for joining us for Rich Zuccarello, Part 2. Great story, great skater. Yeah.
There's a little downplay. He's an Olympic level of action.
On the skateboarding, definitely. And now he's translating all that back over to skates. So who knows what he's going to come up with next.
He's a Tasmanian devil.
That's why I call him organized chaos.
There you go.
But it's organized, so it works. Hi, everyone. Okay, so I'm busting in here after hours just to make a real quick announcement. So we had originally planned on Rich Zuccarello Parts 1 and 2, but Marcus and I went to visit Rich where he works at KTR. And let's just say maybe we got a little bit carried away. So there is going to be Part 3. The problem is that I'm going to be gone for the next couple of weeks to Costa Rica. So it's probably going to be a while before we get to that episode. Just fair warning. But it will be worth the wait. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thanks to Larry at Skateland Chandler. Please join us for Turnt Up Tuesdays, featuring
DJ K Hammer, the freshest DJ in Arizona. And the times are 8 o'clock to 11 p.m.
We finally got that right.
Took us a few.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Roller Skate Stories.